Good evening to all the brave invitees who could make it to this historic occasion. For me, as a teacher in virology, PhD in microbiology, this is an experience of our society during the pandemic. I observe everything. And I'm a social animal, having locked myself for more than 1 year in the university quarters. I was very keen to know the pulse of Goan society and also the way the Goan society treats its elders, the accomplished sons of Goa, and remembers them and pays some tributes to them. Today we have this committee here which has done these beautiful decorations. We are meeting as if we are having a big cultural function, a big literary function under the most divine auditorium in the universe, that is the open sky. उक्त्या मळबाच्या पोनान आयज तोमाजीन बाबाचो 75 जाल्लो दीस आमी हांगा मनयतात म्हणून सगळ्यान पयलीं आमी ताका ताळयो मारून ताजें आमी हें करुया, ग्रीट करुया. कित्याक ताकाच लागून हांव हांगा आयिल्लो आसा. आनी दिस इज अ पिलग्रिमेज फॉर मी बिकॉज दिस इज अ व्हेरी सेक्रेड प्लेस. This is a very sacred place because this place is the birthplace of the father of hypnotism and a revolutionary, that is Jose Custodio Faria, who is known as Abeda Faria. I have the feeling when I crossed the bridge and entered this place, I had the whole life and work of Jose Faria, Abeda Faria in front of me, and I remembered his love for this land, love for the land of the ancestors. And in the same continuation and tradition, I believe that today you have your MLA here, your beloved, down to earth MLA. I also request you to give him a big hand. Because of him, I am here. Because you could have called anybody else. There are lots of speakers who can speak in detail on Tomazin Bab and his life and work. And 2 days back, I had also given 30-minute speech during the book release ceremony. But what is important is, this is the place where he has given his best. This is the place, as I went from one end of the village to other end of the village, I could see how much the beautiful village, historic village, ancient village of Kandolim, which is named after the mangroves, Kandala, a very poetic village known for writers, singers, musicians, actors, directors, footballers, sportsmen, fishermen, leaders, everyone you can name. This village has contributed, and there are Goans from Kandolim who are dispersed all over the world and have brought a big name for Goa as Kandolkars. And that's why after I crossed the bridge and came here, I was trying to see the transformation of the village, and I was trying to remember that this whole transformation, of course there are many issues, ecological aspects, landscape aspects and all that, but I can tell you that today, from one end of the Kandolim to other end of the Kandolim, you have here things, facilities, opportunities opened by tourism, hospitality industries, which we find missing in even places like Panjim and Margao. And I believe that the basic foundation was laid down by the vision of Tomazinho Cardozo. Because those were different times when Goa is today 70% urbanized. When Tomazinho took over as the Sarpanch of Kandolim village, it was a small village with not much of tourism, economic activity except fishing and agriculture and other small things like toddy tapping, and people had no jobs, no employment. But today I could find here in shops merchandise, goods and services which are not there in big cities like Panjim and Margao. So it clearly tells you that this economic activity and also the dividends of this economic activity, which came in that entire coastal belt, the positive promotion of tourism. Of course, there are many negative aspects of tourism also, but it all depends on how we do the micro level planning. But almost a quarter century in panchayat level administration, panchayat level politics is not a simple thing. That's why I believe on this day, Tomazin Bab, we are grateful to you because during my college days, we remember you right from the day when you were first time elected at the Sarpanch, how well known you were in Goa. I was a student leader of All Goa Students Union. Every now and then there were some agitations and we were on street taking morchas, demonstrations. We used to read about you. Your all-around contribution to sports field, to the field of theatre, to the field of Mando, to the field of education. And we used to wonder that how it is possible for a panchayat level politician, grassroots level politician to contribute so much in coastal Bardesh village, which was not much known that time except for the five-star hotelier of Fort Aguada Resort, one of the best in India that time and even today. So what I believe is, we could see that time, and I was told by not less than a person that freedom fighter, MLA of Panjim, who was like our guide, Madhav Bir, who was MLA from 1977 to 79, one of the finest MLA in Goa Legislative Assembly. He never thought that Tomazin Bab would be there in the assembly as a speaker of the Goa Legislative Assembly later, but while meeting at his place, when we were discussing the future of Goa and also involving the panchayats at grassroots level politics and plan the village in a sustainable manner, in a Gandhian manner, down to earth manner, Madhavji told me, look at what Tomazinho Cardozo is doing in Kandolim. So I was curious to know, and I have written that in my preface also of the book, which is one of the very nice volume that Walter Bob Menezes has produced. I request all the Kandolkars to give him a big hand. He is there among us, Walter Bob Menezes. He has done a fine contribution because he has created an iconic type of book. Perhaps Kandolkars will read and really means admire that, but more than that, in that 220 pages book, there is so much of information. Very few politicians now, Louisin Bab has spoken here, and I have seen right from my students' days, his entire political career. And when I came here, I was the first person to enter this full, that place, venue. And now we have more than 120. So it took us more than 2 hours to gather here during the pandemic. 120 people, although they have arranged for maybe 400 or whatever, I don't know, but that was a very high expectation. And I really admire you because you were thinking of winning an Olympic game, but we have remained almost at Asiad level. And that is because of the fear psychosis, and it is a just fear psychosis. The pandemic is unexpected, and this virus is not going to leave us for another 3 to 4 years. Waves after waves we will face every 3 to 4, 4 to 5 months. New strains will come. We have to be very disciplined. We have to be very united. We have to be very helpful to each other. We have to take standard precautions about social distancing and lots of other things. But despite those facts, in Kandolim today, I did not expect. I thought it will be midnight by the time all the tables and chairs will be occupied, and I mentally prepared myself to wait till the new day, dawns. I mean, I'm joking, but I'm telling you that the organizers have not left any stone unturned to celebrate this historic